Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to be looking at grade 12 math March test from Free State in 2022, which was looking at, of which we're looking at what? The topic trigonometry. And we're going to do 4.1 all the way up to 4.4. I'm going to try and be as fast as possible while entailing everything that we have to do in here. Okay, so in 4.1 we're given a trig ratio tan theta is equal to 3 over 4, where the angle theta is between 0 and 90. Okay, let me just scale it out. Let's add the question here since I've screenshotted. There it goes. Right. As we have the view of this question, before I can do this is the question, how it looks like. So right, we're given tan theta is equal to 3 over 4. So writing down a tan theta is equals to 3 over 4. We'll have to go back to our SOHCAHTOA, which means this is the opposite over the hypotenuse. And where do we find the angle being an element of 0 to 90? That's in the first quadrant. So if we look at the first quadrant and we write our theta here, that means the opposite side is a 3 and the opposite over adjacent. Look, I made a mistake. That's the opposite over adjacent. So used to starting with sine and cos, but that's opposite over adjacent. Sorry for that. But yeah, we make mistakes and we always have to learn from them. Back to the pen. Adjacent. Now I've selected the wrong pen. Okay. Opposite of adjacent, that's 3. And the adjacent side is in the x-axis, which is 4. Now, what side don't we have? We don't have the hypotenuse, of which we know the hypotenuse can be get from the Pythagoras theorem, which is r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, of which is equal to, what is our x value? It's a 4 squared plus 3 squared, which is 16 plus 9. That's r squared is equal to 25. And now r is equals to the square. Well, r squared is equals to 25, which you take the square root of both, and you know it's plus or minus. But since we know that this is r that we're dealing with, r will be equal to a positive value, which is 5, because r is never a negative. So to change, we have to change the color and make this one a 5. Now we have not solved, we have drawn the correct diagram, and you must have gotten maybe 1 mark there. Next up, we are going to look for what does the question ask us in 4.11. They say, with the use of the sketch and without the use of calculator. Please do not use a calculator for these things, because you'll find most learners doing calculating theta because they have seen that you have tan theta is equal to 3 over 4. So first question asks you, what is sine theta? You've already given us a diagram here. So 4.11 wants you to define sine theta. Sine theta is the opposite over hypotenuse, which is equal to, what is the opposite side here? The opposite side is a 3 all over the hypotenuse side is a 5, and then you get your answer there if you have the correct diagram. So the diagram is part of the solution. And in 4.1.2, what are they looking for? They are looking for cos squared 90 minus theta minus 1, and that's cos squared 90 minus an angle minus 1, of which I always tell my learners that if you have a cos squared of an angle, always take it up to becoming the what? Cos of that angle, which in here is 90 minus an angle, and you square it minus 1. But we know that from cofunctions we get this one at 90 minus an angle in the first quadrant. from all students taking coffee, the complementary trig ratio for cos is a sine. So this will be the same as sin. Sin of what angle? The angle inside the cofunction 90 minus theta. And what is the sine for sin, for cos at 90 minus an angle? The sine for sin is what? It's a positive sin. So it's sin, positive sin theta squared minus 1. We've already devised what is sin theta in the previous question 4.11, and we found that it's what? It's a 3 over 5 squared minus 1. So which this makes us 9 over 25 minus 1, and that's equal to, if I can quickly calculate this in my calculator, that'll give us a negative 16 over 25. Negative 16 over 25. Next up, 4.13. That's 1 minus 2 sine 2 theta. Right. 4.1.3. 1 minus what? Sine 2 theta. 1 minus sine 2 theta. We know the identity sine 2 theta, which is a double angle. Sine 2 theta is the same as 1 minus 2 sine of an angle theta cos of an angle theta. Now we've defined sine, so it's going to be easy here. It's 1 minus 2. Sine is what? Is 3 over 5. What about cos? Cos is the adjacent over hypotenuse. Now the adjacent side is 4 over 5. So this will be 4 over 5. Now this is 1 minus 2 times 3 times 4 is 12 over 25. And then I know that looks like a 28, so let's just take an eraser to erase that. Back to this one, 25. Now this will be equal to 1 minus 2 times 12 is a 24 over 25. So I definitely think, without using a calculator here, we are going to get 1 over 25, because if we're subtracting 1 minus 24, now I'm doing it in a calculator, you're going to get 1 over 25, which is correct, as I said, 1 over 25. Okay, I'm going to stop this video here, and then we're going to continue in the next step.